Welcome back, everyone. Now we are going to discuss a very interesting and powerful hooks called useContext. But before we proceed, it is good we understand what the context API is and how it works. So after that, we will explore the useContext hooks which make things easier. So what is a context API? Let's quickly consider a React application that has several components. Now at the top is the app component, which is of course the root component of every React application. Nested within the app component are several other independent and isolated components in different tree levels. And we have component A, B, and C at the first level. Component X is nested within component B, component Y is nested within component C, and component Z is nested within component Y. And now the challenge we have here is to display the total price of an item in component A, X, and Z. And the price of the item will be maintained as a property in the app component. So to be able to display the price in the nested component, we have to pass down the price as probes. Alright, so for component A to receive this price, we have to directly pass it down as probes. And that is quite simple and straightforward. For component X to receive this price, we have to pass it through the intermediate component B down to component X. For component Z to receive the price context, we have to pass it through the intermediate component C and Y. Alright, so when you observe the tree of component carefully, you will realize that component B, C, and Y do not need the probes, but we still have to pass the probes through the component in order to get to the required component where the data will be consumed. So, in this scenario, component B, C, and Y is called probes carriers. They do not make use of the probes, but they help to carry the probes to the required components of concern. So, the process of passing probes through the nested component is called probes drilling. So right now, I want you to close your eyes and imagine that we have over 25 nested components over here. It then means that all of these components in between will have to forward the probes down to the component of concern. And of course, that will get our code messy and hereby becomes a problem for certain types of probes that is required by many components in our application. Probes such as the language preferences, authentication users, and the UI theme. Okay, so won't it be nice if we can directly send data to the required component of concern without having to probes drill through the nested components? Okay, so here exactly is where Context API comes in. Context provides a way to pass data through the component tree without having to probe drill manually across the nested components. In other words, React Context allows us to share data across our components more easily. It helps to avoid probes drilling. Yeah, so this is all for now. In the next lecture, we are going to see how the Context API was used before the introduction of hooks. And after that, we are going to practicalize the useContext hook to see the flexibility it brings to the table. Alright, so let's practicalize it in the next lecture. See you then.